Alrighty, next game up here is the 49ers at the Eagles. Alrighty, and man, oh man, two good, solid teams, and I think they both prove that they are good, solid teams in this league. Big time defense is stepping up big time here, not allowing really any points. And Philadelphia, I mean, they had a really good first half, just kind of floundered because of the lack of success in the first half. And I truly think that plays a huge narrative that I don't think gets talked about enough in the national media by everybody, all the national kind of, proven media people, sports media people out there. I mean, we just talked about it, in the Bills-Dolphins game. And, we've talked about it before with the Bears over the last couple of years. If, the defense, if it's having such great success, but they're not capitalizing it on those great field positions and the turnovers that the defense creates, if the offense isn't kind of capitalizing on that, then the defense just starts to kind of flounder a little bit, and you just get this kind of overall mentality, and I think it's subconscious for the most part, but you get this mentality of just, it's just not going to happen. We've done it time and time again. The defense has stepped up time and time again, and the offense isn't, and it's just, it kind of comes to a breaking point where everything just kind of folds in, and we just saw that with the Dolphins. They held the Bills to only 14 points. They were shutting down everything, but then the second half came after halftime when the realization set in of, hey, we truly cannot, it doesn't matter if we lock this team down because the offense isn't going to do anything. And then they gave up 21 points in the second half. So we kind of saw the same things here with this Eagles offense. It was, just kind of getting stop, but it was moving the ball in the first half. And then in the second half, because of the overall, unscorability that they saw offensively in the first half, the offense wasn't as good as it was in the first half. So let's just kind of say what we mean here. So here we go. On these first half drives by the Eagles, they were moving the ball. First drive, they had to go 5 and out for only 8 yards. I mean, that, took a little bit to get started, but then their next drive, it's results in a field goal, still putting points on the board, which is good, but they moved the ball 11 plays for 53 yards in field goal territory. Their next drive, 10 plays, 54 yards, once again in field goal territory, but they missed the field goal. Truly unfortunate. And it was an easy makeable one from only 47 yards out. And then they have another turnover on down, 6 plays, 89 yards on the following drive. And this one was kind of called a touchdown. It was called back. And then, there was a penalty and all that. And then they end up being on the 1 yard line. First and goal, incomplete pass. Second and goal, -3 yard run. Third and goal from the 4, 1 yard run. And then 4th and 3, they go for it. It's a pass incomplete, and they turn the ball over on downs. And then the last drive, they can't really do anything. So they were, close to scoring on basically every drive in the first half, but only walk away with 3 points. That's frustrating overall. Then they come out at halftime and really couldn't move the ball that well for kind of the rest of the game. We have a 3 and out to start the drive. They went 11 plays, 53 yards, but it doesn't put them in field goal territory. They go 5 plays, 12 yards, half the punt, and then their last drive, they're able to muster it up and score a touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but it's too late at that time. So overall, this is a still good, solid Eagles team that we can buy into moving forward. It's just they got out to a unfortunate start by not kind of capitalizing on all the drives, and then it just kind of set in that mentality subconsciously, and they just weren't able to kind of put up the points. So unfortunate here by the Eagles. Last night they lose 17-11, but let's start breaking down the stats here. Here we go. Jalen Hurts, not the best game, 12 of 23. Which is 52% completion percentage, not the greatest, like we say. But he had 190 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Once again, just trying to do everything out there that he could. Unfortunately, comes up a little bit short in the points column. All right, he was the leading rusher as well. 10 carries for 82 yards. He scored the rushing touchdown. Give him credit for that. Well done. Miles Sanders, the running back, second leading rusher, 13 carries for 55 yards. Not a bad performance there either. Receiving-wise, let's see who Jalen Hurts was targeting. Quez Watkins, 2 receptions for 117 yards. Dallas Goedert, their tight end, 2 receptions for 24 yards. Kenneth Gainwell, 2 receptions for 18 yards. Devontae Smith, their rookie, 2 receptions for only 16 yards, but he was targeted 7 times, the most of any receiver out there. So that's that's great that, Jalen Hurts is trying to work with Devontae Smith as most as he can, but, little lackluster out there. 2 receptions on 7 targets. That's not great for only 16 yards, so they were truly locking him up. Alrighty, so they didn't turn the ball over all game, which is great. Nobody's fumbling, nobody's throwing interceptions. Great, just unfortunately turning over the ball on downs, if you want to count that as a turnover, and the block field goals, unfortunately. Alrighty, now let's talk about the 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo. I mean, this game was close as heck, folks. This was not a blowout. Nobody ran away with this game. Both defenses truly clamped up. Both offenses truly couldn't put up points on the board throughout the entire game, and it was a close, real solid game right here. All right, so Jimmy Garoppolo goes 22 of 30. A lot better than, obviously, Jalen Hurts. We get 73% completion percentage. We will take that all day, but only 189 yards. A little bit of a dink and dunk game. He threw 1 touchdown, no interceptions. We can definitely get behind that. All right, their running game was kind of getting it done decently out here. Eli Mitchell, 17 carries for 42 yards. Not the greatest, average, yards per carry, only at 2.5 yards. Like we said, not what we want it to be. Jamichael Hasty gets 5 carries for 38 yards. Jimmy Garoppolo even ran the ball 11 times. 11 times. Why are you doing that? That's not your game. I would not be doing that. 11 times for 20 yards and 1 touchdown. We'll give him the touchdown. Deebo Samuel in the Gadget game getting 2 carries for 8 yards. And then here we go. Let's see who Jimmy Garoppolo was passing to the entire game. Deebo Samuel, leading receiver here for the 49ers by far. 6 receptions for 93 yards. Then we have Jamichael Hasty, 4 receptions for 21 yards. George Kittle kind of locked up all game. 4 receptions for only 17 yards. Didn't even score. Unfortunately, kind of, flunking tight end university this week a little bit. And then we got Juwan Jennings, 2 receptions for 17 yards, and he did catch a touchdown. So overall, these are 2 solid teams right here. We're not going to fall or sell this Eagles team. We still believe they are one of the top tier. I'm not saying top tier, but they are definitely a solid, winnable team in this league so far through 2 weeks. We're not going to fall off of them. We're not going to sell them. We will still buy this Eagles team moving forward. A defensive battle that resulted into a 17-11 game, and the 49ers walk away with a victory. But the Eagles were knocking on that scoring door the entire game, unfortunately just coming up short every single time, unfortunately. So don't fall off the hype of the Eagles. We still believe Jalen Hurts is the real deal. This Eagles defense is the real deal, holding the 49ers to only 17 points. That's real solid, and we'll see what they can do in week 3, both these teams.